What's going on, micro scale garagers? My 3D printer's back in my room. And right now I'm using the Overture red PLA right now. I got it set at 211, although my phone's plugged up. 211, 212, bed's at 50. FR speed is 90. And we're at 12%. And we're printing the sides to the K20 build. Version 5. I just got done printing the chassis or whatever, but I was on my Twitter just trying to post this, and I was trying to post, just a little bit of my my stand, so to show for the switch light, but I was on Twitter, man, and I didn't think that it was real. I was just like laughing, and I was reading all the posts. People are really trying to storm Area 51 so they can see some aliens. I mean, come on now. They're gonna use some like ray that's gonna like make your stomach vomit all over the place. I remember seeing that on TLC back years ago when I was like in the 9th grade. I mean, but there's like, and this is like recent, like, so I was like, oh, this is like 2 months ago or something. No, it's like 17 hours ago. 18 hours ago. I mean, what the heck? Come on now. Twitter, dude. I've never like posted on Twitter, but I was like, I gotta watch this, so I gotta talk about that. I was gonna talk about my switch stand and I could post to Twitter, but I saw that and I was like, no, there's no way. And I started reading the post, and I'm like, people are not really thinking about trying to. You can't do that. It's a military base. I mean, what do you think they're gonna do? And somebody was like, would that be civil war? I don't know. Just don't do it. I mean, if we get everybody to go there, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, but 500K people. Ain't enough, and y'all ain't got no guns that's gonna be like theirs. But anyways, let's get back to RC stuff. Just on YouTube, being a clown. Alright, so we got a lot to talk about. I desoldered some of the wires on the DOS 87. I was working on DOS 87, getting ready to do a micro scale garage video, but we're gonna talk about this chassis and the new front end that I made for the K20 build. And we'll talk about that in the next video with the GoPro. But for the DOS, I was looking on Amazon, and I just typed in DOS 87 just to see if I could get some parts, because I don't have a lot of money for shipping to ship through Tiny 4x4. And I like doing big orders through Tiny. I don't like having like Don just ship me like one part. He's got to ship it all the way over to the US. That wouldn't be fair. So I like ordering like a bunch of parts. Another thing, I decided all this because I ended up looking on Amazon, and they had the DOS's Mika Roof receiver. I ended up getting it from Excel RC, so I was like, let me get it off the wall real quick. I was like, what? Excel? I was like, I'm not gonna order. I'm just gonna drive there. So I ended up driving there and picking up they got receivers. They got some DOS 87s in stock at Excel, and they have the speed controllers. So that was pretty cool. So when I get some new soldering tips, we'll be putting on that receiver, and then hopefully we can set up the steering and we can actually see it drive. One more step to getting the DOS 87 going. I'm very stoked about that. Alright, so now what happened to the printer, and the reason why this is printed at 0.2, the frame, all this was printed at 0.2, but this front end I just printed last night. It clips on. I made a little design where it clips onto the chassis so you can glue there, but I think I need to center that better. I don't think that's center, so when that's on there, but we'll talk about that with the GoPro. But this is a 0.3 finish, not that detailed as compared to like the 0.2 where you can see the Orlando Hunter symbol, and you can see, you can make out Blazer. But 0.3, it tried. And then plus, this is at 20% infill. It broke when I was getting it off the print bed, as you guys can see. So it's not a really good print. I gotta print a new one. I'm really happy with the chassis, but I'm gonna notch these down. I'm gonna make the shock hoops shorter, maybe a little bit shorter, and they're gonna be a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter, so that way when this is on the frame and the hood, the hood will be able to close with the motor cover. Remember, oh, see, very, very light. And I don't like this filament. This has like metal filament in it. This stuff right here is strong. Like I'm squeezing on it. It's strong. This stuff, it breaks. And then plus my tube, the tube that the before the heater cartridge, that tube that your filament goes through, that ended up, the nozzle fell off. The 0.2 nozzle fell off. The printer failed, as you guys can see. It failed all through here. But yeah, that's what I've been working on for like a week now. And then, you know, I got that when I got the chassis printed. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and try and print the front end. I tried printing the front end, the hood, and the grill. I woke up around about 5 in the morning, and it was just, there's plastic everywhere. I mean, thank God I woke up. And so it took a couple days, and then finally I decided I was gonna touch the printer, and you know, and work on it and stuff like that. But yeah, it was horrible, dude. I was, you know, that's 0.2. So I got to order some more 0.2 nozzles. And I think what it was is that I ended up changing the feed gear. I ended up changing the feed gear. I ordered a bunch of feed gears. Like I got the 26 tooth. This printer, the all-in-our printer, takes a 26 tooth brass feed gear. I put that in there, and it sounded like the PLA was like it wasn't feeding right. Every time it would retract, it would go brrr, brrr, and it wasn't feeding right. So I put one of these 36 tooth steel gears in it, and it was printing good, printing that chassis. And then when I woke up the next morning, there was plastic everywhere, nozzle, the tube that goes in there, that was just all nasty and boogery. But right now the printer seems to be doing good. 0.3. I gotta order another 0.2 nozzle, that way I can finish printing my rims. I gotta print some more roof racks, and I want to get the body printed. I mean, I will say it does print a little bit faster with this 0.3 nozzle, but I like detail and I like everything. I like my parts to be strong, and you know, I think with the more travel, the more infill, and the more layers makes my parts stronger. So that's gonna do it for the vlog today. I thought that was pretty funny. I was looking at that Area 51. I hope everybody don't start no doggone war and, you know, all this crap that we got going on now. Don't do nothing stupid, you guys. Come on, y'all. Let's write a note or something. Maybe we can write 100 notes and they have to show us the files and what's going on in there or something, you know. Maybe we can do something like that. But like, share, subscribe, get out there at RC. Oh, what did I want to say? Steve, yeah, I do want to look at printing some leaf springs for the Proline Ambush. Another thing about the Proline Ambush, let me just scoot back over to the garage real quick. Alright, let's take a look at the Proline Ambush. Just a quick look at this real quick. While this is in my head, we were talking over the phone. I don't have all the leaf springs taken out. I got all of them. I got that one little short one. But also inside these shocks, they've been cut. More set up like a droop setup. So when the truck sits, it's like that. It don't really have no up travel. But when you're going down, see what I'm saying? It's just more like a droop setup, but see, it don't really have that much travel. Xavier's truck is more like this. It's more like the RC four drives. Like this truck is more set up like a droop setup. But the more you drive them, and you know what I'm saying, the more you drive, like these leaf springs in the rear, those are bent. We get a lot of axle rock. That's what I was talking about in the when you remove the leaf springs, you get axle rock, especially when you're crawling up that tight stuff. But once you drive these trucks more and more, and then I keep these front shackles, they're a little loose. You know, they just loosen up. You know, just with time, the truck will loosen up. You know, it'll free up. You're not gonna get like super like suspension travel, or you're not gonna get nothing crazy like, you know, Miss Datsun or nothing like that, because they don't have a 4-link suspension. But you know, with the leaf springs, you know, you get more of a scale. You get more of a scale crawl. I like the difference between leaf spring chassis and link suspension chassis. They do drive different, and then versus, you know, worm gear and non-worm gear, they do drive different. But alright, you guys, that's gonna be it. I want to go in here and make my tea. Like, share, subscribe. Peace and love. God bless. Micro Scale Garage episode 92 will be about the K20. Hopefully those sides, I'll start videotaping when the sides are done, so we can try and put the body together. I'll grab some crazy glue so we can put this front end back together. We'll just slap this hood on and slap this grill on, and hopefully, you know, we can get the body to fit, and then we'll start printing the cab. Or maybe I'll videotape 92 after I get the sides done, print a new front end, and print the cab top so we can put it together and show you guys how to put the body together, you know, when you're getting ready to body fill it and stuff like that. Alright, oh, and we got to print a back door too. So, alright, you guys, like, share, subscribe. Peace and love. God bless. More to come. Get your scale parts from tiny4x4.com. Get your 3D printed accessories from Mr. Nice Guy 3D Accessories, Micro Scale Garage, or even tiny4x4.com. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to open up the door for all the micro crawlers out there. Yeah, let's do it. Peace out.